How does the green eggs and ham hypothesis use strict limits to unlock creativity? Photographers constantly chase new gear, but absolute freedom usually leads to boring results. Imagine you were forced to shoot a scene using only a fixed 50mm lens. If you have a massive zoom lens, your brain takes the path of least resistance. You just stand still and zoom in, resulting in a lazy, cliched snapshot. But with a fixed lens, you physically cannot do that. That obvious path is completely blocked. This physical limitation acts as an anchor, drastically narrowing your creative search space and automatically eliminating your default go-to habits. Blocking that easy shot forces your brain to initiate a divergent search. You have to move your feet, get low, and solve the framing problem manually. And that single restrictive fixed lens you were forced to use, it literally forces you into a completely novel composition that you would never ever find standing still with the zoom. Why do strict limits actually make us more creative? It's called the green eggs and ham hypothesis. It proves that having endless choices usually leads to decision paralysis, or just boring, cliched answers. Take Dr. Seuss. His publisher challenged him to write an entire children's book using exactly 50 words. Normally, when faced with a vast, unconstrained mental search space, the brain conserves energy by taking the most well-trod, familiar paths to an easy solution. But drop a severe boundary onto that problem, like a strict word limit, and you completely sever those familiar routes, leaving you stuck without your usual tools. To actually reach a solution inside this highly restricted space, your brain is forced into a much deeper, highly divergent search, carving out an entirely uncharted and unconventional route. This forced detour uncovers novel connections and highly original ideas that would have been completely ignored if the easy path was still open. And what was the final result of that impossible 50-word constraint we started with? That forced detour birthed Green Eggs and Ham, creating one of the best-selling children's books in history.